Minneapolis. Will Reichert has it all teed up. And we're off from US Bank Stadium. On the return, here's Ray McLeod. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Second and 6 coming up here. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Second and 6 coming up here. Penix working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
And the Vikings add an extra defensive back for this 3rd down. Penix here from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A very productive play from the rookie QB out of Washington. That gets them a 1st down. Running left is Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They go play action. Here's Penix. Along the sideline, and Pitts brings it in. And he'll be out of bounds just a yard or 2 short of that 25. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Flush down now to his left. He takes it himself.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that 1st down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the 1st down.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Penix now on first down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone.
And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. It's Brandon Powell with the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First carry here for Aaron Jones. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Going to the ground again on first. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. More from US Bank Stadium after the break. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They'll have it 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
McCarthy throwing on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on fourth down. And now puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on fourth.
On first down, here's Penix. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Vikings get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
2nd down carry for Jones. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
First down, and they go right back to it. And that's good for a gain of 5. That's Matthew Judon in on the tackle. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Has a man, Justin Jefferson. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to find Justin Jefferson, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
McCarthy trying again on 2nd down. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Third and long for him here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Falcons are tackled just beyond midfield following the interception. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away. Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. From the shotgun, Penix. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. That one's out and cut on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Minnesota spends its second time out here. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. And again, it's Penix. He's on the move. Doesn't have the hook up there. Incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. There he goes on the right side. At the 20. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to the pick 6. Rookie quarterback Brock threw it away their last drive. It seemed like he might have been trying to do too much to make up for that mistake, and instead things snowballed.
Yeah, these are the valuable lessons you have to learn from. You cannot be a mistake repeater. Being a rookie quarterback at Ask Payton, he threw 28 of them his rookie year. Sometimes you just learn on the job, but you cannot repeat those kind of mistakes.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. McLeod now returning it. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Fresh off the pick, here's Penix. Escapes out to the left. And after all that, he still can't get rid of it. They get there and drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This guy, Kate, he can create. He really is good out there. He's skilled when it comes to getting outside the pocket, which makes it all the more impressive. They contained him so well when he was clearly looking to generate something with his legs.
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again, following the set. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. And that tackle made by Blake Cashman. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
This has been a trend, yet another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
First down, ball at the 36. To the air with Penix. Escapes the pocket. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Falcons will have a first. Working inside the red zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Quick pass, right side, complete. Touchdown, Atlanta. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half and puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Now the Falcons offense staying on the field, lining up to go for 2. He's throwing for it. Getting out to his left. Oh no, they get him yet again. Ivan Pace has got it. Now to kick it away, here's Pinion. Ty Chandler to return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st and 10, here's McCarthy. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Second and 10, McCarthy. Pass is caught, it's T.J. Hawkinson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 38 out of the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. From the red zone now. Into traffic, complete. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Falcons' 8-yard line.
Back to the air, McCarthy. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Vikings take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Here's Reichert, set to kick this away. Here's Avery Williams on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Penix here from the gun. He's on the move. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Harrison Smith with the INT. And he makes the Mets go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. That right there, that takes just the right circumstances to happen. But man, a big boy pick 6, Brock, one of the most universally celebrated plays in this sport.
Look at the smile on your face.
I love it. Big boy touchdown. Come on now.
Well, I think you and a lot of fans are in it for the celebrations. Those big guys do so much work, and now they get their chance to play hero. It is a blast.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it deep downfield. And he's able to get this down to the 36. How about a big hitter, 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing, Penix. Finds his target, Robinson. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Penix on 1st down. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. That throw intended for Drake London. And it sets up 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Byron Murphy picks it. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. And the Vikings have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive, 1st and 10. Wow, they're gonna pass it here. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Staying on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
1st and 10, here's Jones. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. Jones once more. And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
So it's a win for the Vikings. They did their part, Brock, defending the home field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing. The crowd, they did their part too, adding to just an awesome atmosphere, helping energize those players at big moments of today's ball game.
Yeah, it is super fun to win on the road. I'm not going to lie, to quiet the crowd, but you know what's even better? When you get to celebrate with your family, your friends, your hometown people, your community, and you know, more importantly, they played a role as that extra voice in that building, man. It is a rewarding feeling.